Hey guys, it's Kate Mack here from NZ Out of Office, and I am just wanting to bring you a few travel tips and gadgets along in this little series that I'm making. And today we're going to be talking about eco-friendly travel gadgets. So these are some tips and tricks and gadgets that I've brought with me along the way, mostly in the last year, as I'm very conscious about being eco-friendly, environment-friendly to our earth as I travel, and also about keeping things out of landfills and out of our oceans. So hopefully this will help you guys with a few ideas as well as you go. So first up, we've got a collapsible container. So for those that don't know, when I travel, I go for 3 or 4 months at a time. So I'm not always eating out in restaurants and things like that along the way. I like to be able to cook my own food sometimes. So I'll stay in accommodation where I have a kitchen to do that and can buy local produce, or I'll eat street food, which is usually pretty good and pretty cheap in the places that I travel to. So the nice idea about having a collapsible container, so this is one here, and this is at its full capacity. You can get them all different shapes and sizes, but is that it collapses down nice and small into your bags, into your luggage, into your backpack or your suitcase. So nice and small, and you could probably put some things inside that as well in your suitcase. So some papers or some whatever, jewelry or whatever, just to utilize space, but nice and small. And it means that if I go to street markets or cook my own food, go out on a day trip, whatever it is, I have a container to put that food in, or whatever, if I'm collecting shells or collecting little bits, I've got somewhere to put it, and it's totally reusable. Can be washed in a dishwasher, can be used in a microwave. It has this little steam vent on top that you can open up to let the steam out if you're microwaving, and yeah, it's doesn't spill, so it's a pretty handy thing to have. I have 2 or 3 of these in different sizes, and depending on the trip I go, I take them with me. So even in your luggage, you can pop socks and things like that inside. So that's a collapsible container. That saves a lot of plastic. Buying takeaways in plastic, it can't always be avoided, but if you've got something there to help you, that is a good start. My next gadget is a metal straw. So I picked this up in Guatemala when I was there last year, and I keep this with me in my handbag or backpack, whatever I have with me, even on my day-to-day when I'm not traveling. And when I get home, I just wash it out each time that I've used it. So it's really handy to have. It saves me using plastic straws. More and more places are banning plastic straws now, which is great. So it means they either don't have straws at all, or sometimes they have the paper straws, which usually go pretty soggy. So it's cool to have this. The other advantage of this is that when you drink through it, maybe you're drinking something that's not so chilled, but you like it to be, then it actually cools down quite a lot through this. It must be aluminium straw, so that's quite cool. So sometimes if you get a fresh juice and it's not chilled because it's fresh and the fruit is room temperature, it actually cools down as you drink it through the straw. So you can get these in a lot of places now, and it's really handy to have and really easy to clean as well. Next up, I'm sure that you're all across, but it's having reusable bags with you to save plastic bags at supermarkets and carrying extra shopping and things that you do along the way. So this one here I just picked up at my local supermarket. It wraps up into a tiny little bundle, has this piece of elastic on it to tie it up like that, and it keeps nice and small in my handbag or in my day pack or wherever, and fits quite a lot of groceries in it. I've just been to my local farmer's market this morning and filled 2 of these with fruit and veg, and nice and easy to carry with handles that don't hurt your fingers and thick. And yeah, I'm sure most of you are across that. New Zealand has recently banned plastic bags in supermarkets, so we're very used to having these now. But also when I was in Guatemala last year, quite a few of their regions, not the whole country, but quite a few of their regions had gone plastic bag free, which was really fantastic because there's a lot of rubbish in that country. So so getting used to having these with us all the time is really good. The other thing about having bags like this when you travel is if you have wet clothes or washing or anything like that, dirty shoes that you don't want to pack in your luggage, you can put it in one of these and attach it to the outside of your luggage. So it's always really handy to have. The other type of reusable bag that I've just come onto is these fruit and vegetable bags. So I can't get the whole thing in the picture, but they're drawstring bags, and I just put some fruit in here to give you an example. But this saves those little plastic bags that you get at the supermarket that are usually on the round rings, and they're really great because your fruit and veg can breathe in them while you're just continuing your shopping in that. I think these would be fantastic for laundry and stuff like that as you're traveling as well. So really handy, and they scroll up really small. So that is cool. The last thing that I wanted to share with you today, and you might not think of this as a, eco-friendly gadget. However, this is my #1 favorite travel gadget that I own. And some of you may have seen me have this before, is my travel clothesline. So it's stretchy travel clothesline. It's about 1.5 meters long. This is it folded in half. It's wound up like this, so you can just peg your clothes through it. Instead of using pegs, they just slip in through there and they stay there because it pulls tight. And the ends of it have suction cups, so you can suction it onto windows no matter where you are to hang up your clothes. But it also has these clips as well, so you can wrap it around something and clip it through to attach it. So I've used this for multiple things in my travels, but the reason that I included it in this eco-friendly video is because this saves you from using a dryer. And we all know that dryers waste a lot of energy as well. So, and they're not always actually available when you travel anyway. But I use this a lot for even just hanging up a damp towel, my togs, my swimsuit. If you wash a couple of pairs of underwear and socks, you can hang these up and they'll dry really quickly on this. I've also used this though to tie things to the outside of my pack, to hang up and hang towels or sheets over to make a divide if you're sharing a room, all sorts of things. It's the handiest travel gadget I own, and I think it deserves to be in this video. So guys, that's it for today. Just a few travel gadgets that I wanted to share with you that I've collected along my way and that definitely come with me on all my travels now. If you'd like to ask me anything about any of these or where I sourced them from, please feel free to reach out anytime, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon with some more information, travel tips and gadgets. Take care.